Please repeat the question so I can answer.
Oh, like the egg collecting.
Oh, the egg collecting.
Because it's a collectible in this game, but it's not.
There's like 12 of them.
Yeah, and it stops in this world. This
Yeah.
world has like 9 eggs, I think, and this is like the last world it's in.
Yeah, like, okay, you see that? There are 6 eggs left. They're all in this world.
Yeah, it's... The eggs I always thought were kind of weird. I feel like those were like a... Oh my god. So... Yeah,
well, that's my to-do list for the week.
It seems like all the, Yeah, like all the beginning dragons are like themed, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, well, to be fair, all the world... Let's see if I can...
That's true, all the world's dragons in general are gonna try to...
Hell yeah.
Oh! That always confuses me every time I see it.
Do you get what happened, though?
Yes.
Yeah, these propeller things, I'm gonna try and get this bastard with it.
Yeah, if
I think about it.
You might be hearing in the background whenever he breaks one of these chests, there's like a sound of a second.
Boom!
Yeah. And when I was younger, I always thought that was like an audio glitch.
Yeah, same here. But basically, the propeller thing you were spinning falls and breaks. And it also has a hitbox that counts, I would say, probably a charge equivalent of damage.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, that might be reading too into it, but it's definitely not a fire attack. I'm just saying.
It couldn't kill an armored foe? Or no, it couldn't kill a big foe.
They don't give you a lot of opportunity, but there are some places like that you can do that. And the first time I did it was by complete freaking accident. I was like, whoa. Zontaurs.
Oh, here we go, hint.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Their eyes are kind of creepy.
They're wise. Excellent.
It's
just like, what the... Why did this...
He's a surfer hero,
yeah, like,
he is. Excellent.
Totally bogus.
Totally bogus.
Have you seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
A little slower, please.
Have you seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Bill and Ted... I've heard about it. I don't think I've seen it.
It's a classic, sort of. I just saw it recently, but it's a funny movie.
Nice. Ah, damn it. Why does he make birdie noises when he drowns?
I don't know. I was about to bring that up when we were drowning before. Speaking of like sound effects, I thought Sparks was a chicken.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he makes like that. It's just, but it fits for some reason. I guess it fits because we've been experiencing it for 15 years, though.
This is true. But that's why I wanted to do this game, because we played it so much, and it's a lot to analyze, I think.
It is. Yeah, it is interesting looking back at this from like a... I mean, it's so hard to look back at it from a critical standpoint, because...
well, yeah,
childhood.
from a totally critical standpoint. I will... Not to say this game isn't flawless, per se. It's just... It doesn't give me issues. I'm not seeing any frame rate crap, even though that personally doesn't bother me as much as it does others. Level design, some of it's kind of boring, most of it's pretty fun, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I find it hard to say anything bad about this series of games, except, the stuff that gave me crap again when I was younger. Like this, I don't care much for this level. This level is okay. Not one of my favorites.
I was about to say.
Huh.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't like this level either, but it's the one that reminds me of Spyro 1. But I forgot what game we were... Okay, this level...
We're playing Spyro the Dragon, which is the first game.
These textures, those enemies, this is like Enchanted Ridge, isn't it? Or Enchanted Bridge. Magical Bridge. Charmed Bridge. In Spyro 3?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Probably.
Yeah, but there's... I'll point it out. But, there's a level in the later Spyro games which like feels like a Spyro 1 game. Which was why that thought popped into my head.
This reminds me of Spyro 1.
It is Spyro 1.
A quick tip, don't glide over there until you get this guy. There is a way to backtrack here, but you kind of have to get to the end. I like how this guy's name's Zane. I like that name.
Zane.
And he's still kind of frail.
But yeah, you're right. No, that was those weird kind of like scholar eyes of Olden.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it like scholar eyes unless. Anyway.
Well, all old people are scholars.
True.
No, all scholars are old people.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Wow.
I hate this part though.
Oh, you get tag team.
Probably. Yep.
Yeah, it's
There it
brutal.
goes. It's just like, what are they shooting at you?
Magic.
Yeah, but it's like solid. It breaks up like freaking
PlayStation 1 Magic Beam. The PlayStation 1 Magic Beam. Yeah.
magic beam.
So enthusiastic.
The animations are so fun.
Ah.
Don't you laugh at me. My commentary's good, damn it.
Ow.
Ow. They sound like robots. Ow. These, I don't know, they kind of... These yellow beasts didn't freak me out that much. It's one near the end of the level that kind of gets to me because of the roar that they give off.
You know,
Like, you don't hear it often, but it's pretty... It's almost every time you run into this particular beast that you'll hear it. And it just, you know, when I was younger, it was kind of like, I don't like that noise.
like the re-dead sound.
Yes. Oh, that sound I didn't mind. It was when they screamed. I was like, no! But what I was going to say, back to your Spyro 3 level design, or level graphic comment, it makes the most sense that they remind you of levels from a previous game rather than, you know, the places in, say, Avalar from Spyro 2, because it's still the Dragon Worlds.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And that works, because,
and it could have been intentional that way, too.
Yeah, like, I'm starting to get... This one's called, like, Alpine Ridge.
Yeah.
That's called, like, Charmed Ridge. Bridge. Does it have Idge in it? I think they saw the future. What's wrong with their eyes? They look like they were sleeping.
Well, they were sleeping, and then I disturbed them by my soft patter. It's easier with the analog. Look at that. Oh! Can I do it? Okay, this is something I discovered recently. Come on. There's a bit... I'll just stop it here, but there's a point, if you just barely move the analog stick, the walking animation will be really slow, but Spyro won't move.
Oh, really?
Like, he won't get anywhere. It's really funny. I thought I could reproduce it, but I don't want to waste that much time trying to.
So he's just walking in place?
Yeah, just trot in place. Yeah! Magic craft a world.
Yeah, see, he's encouraging.
Yeah! These people are polite.
Oh yeah, this stupid part.
Yeah.
But it's kind of annoying.
I don't like it, damn it. I'm gonna take... This is funny. Some dragons, I believe, are contextual. Like, their speech changes depending on if you've completed a certain event first. And then they'll be like, oh, you did it, good job. Like the dragon that tells you how to open the dragon mouth in the artisan home. If you've already finished a level, he'll be like, you can now enter the dragon mouth. It won't open until you free that particular dragon, period. But, like, this guy... What blue thieves? Now... I just thought that was funny because I killed the thief, and probably the same for the red guy from Town Square. But he says eggs only from the Magic Crafter world. Now, I feel like there's a missed edit in the script there, maybe. Because that, to me, says two things. Either, A, the eggs that were stolen are all from Magic Crafters. Or, because there's so many eggs in this world... they were only meant to be in Magic Crafters. Like, the eggs were only supposed to be here.
Oh, that
just always struck me as weird.
That might be... Maybe, yeah, maybe... Again, sometimes I feel like they had plans and they just didn't make it right. Maybe they had, like, a plan for each world to have, like...
A unique collectible?
Yeah, and then, like...
That would have been cool.
And they're all like, well, we already implemented these eggs, but... Like, we didn't have the time to implement any other. So they're like, let's just toss in a few thieves to make it seem more coherent. That's interesting.
Or something. Like, yeah, like, save the thieves. I just thought... Fuck you. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that, but that's true. He says from the magic.
I just thought it was weird. He says only, and that's what gets to me.
Yeah, and...
Alright, where are those last 3 gems? This is gonna bother me.
I think it might be an enemy. Right there, behind this guy. No. He'll teach you how to fly.
Boulder. Or Boldar. Now he says that after you finish all of the flight levels, you don't learn how to fly. Which I thought would have been great.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Although, it is slightly implied that in the very, very last level, Spyro does learn how to fly, and he demonstrates it in that level.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would have been really cool.
It would have been neat if, like, the rest of the Spyro games were, like, you flew to different homeworlds.
Yeah.
That reminds me of this idea I had once. In Spyro 2, for, like, your completion, your, like, reward for doing everything is the ability to have, like, a flame charge, not flame charge, it's like a super fire breath for all of the game.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't it have been interesting if, like, you beat the game with the flame breath, and then you get, like, permanent supercharge. And then you beat the game with the permanent supercharge, and then it's all like, okay, you get, like, God mode and can just fly through the levels.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool. Sadly, I wasn't working for Naughty Dog.
Yeah. You say Naughty Dog?
Insomniac.
Ah, you blasphemy.
I'm sorry, they're the same people.
Arguably, yeah. We make collectathon games. Our mascot is better.
I don't know. I kind of like Spyro better, I think. That's the ultimate question, though.
That's a term that bothers me, actually, now I think about it.
What,
main
mascot?
character immunity.
What do you mean, like...
Like, this is the main character, therefore they can't die, or anything like that. Like, I know it doesn't totally apply to Spyro or Crash.
Like, just the concept?
But yeah, like, yeah, just the concept of the main character and how they're immune. Like, I think thinking of it like that, defaultly, I would understand why that would bother some people. Like, oh, he should have died, but he's the main character, so he didn't. I don't necessarily think that's true. I'm pretty sure he didn't die. No, I'm pretty sure he's the main character because he doesn't die. You know, you kind of have to have to flip it around like that. Otherwise, the story just ends.
Yeah, no.
And then where would we be?
That's
I've been reading a lot of manga lately, so that I've read a comment like that. This guy was commenting on Bleach even, and he's like, "End this series." And I get it. Apparently, it's a TV tropes term, like left or right hand trope. I don't know. I didn't read it, but I guess it's called something like that. But basically, his complaint... Is it over here? Yes, it is. Nice. His complaint was like... And this is true, but it's been true, I think, throughout the series of Bleach, where it's like, my power beats your power. Well, I have this super secret power that beats your super power that beats my power. Well, I have... And it just kind of goes back and forth like that. And in the recent chapters, it's been a lot like that. Although, again, I don't disagree with that point, but saying end the series, there's no point in saying that. The writer isn't going to listen to you, and even if he did read that comment, he'd be like, I'll end it when I freaking feel like it. We'll get to that, like, next chapter it ends, and it would be so abrupt. Like, you gotta think about these things. If you're gonna make a comment, it doesn't have to be, like, super worthwhile, but try to read yourself before you actually hit the post button, because it's petty.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Exactly. It comes off as petty. And again, it's pointless. They're not going to end the series just because you're like, end the series, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but it's our right as Americans to say it.
I know.
Not even Americans, just in most places of the world.
Well, most places you'll get. Anyway. First world problems. Difficulty finding commentary for a Spyro game, which we've said countless times that we love and we can talk about for hours, and yet we haven't.
Well, it's spawning our comment.
So...
Great soundtrack.
I agree. I do love the music for this game. I'm not a huge fan of the soundtrack in 2 or 3, though, compared to this.
Yeah, no. Not as...
Not to say that none of them are good, just the overall soundtrack, I think this game's
this feels way more organic. That makes sense.
Organic?
Kind of like just... Like, I don't know how to describe it.
It feels the most Spyro-ish.
Yeah, like, this sounds like Spyro music.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So I think I get what you mean.
Yeah, and it's interesting because... I mean, it's not like you're right. Not the later games have bad music. And it's not. You're gonna do it. Nice.
Go on.
Just like, I think most people would agree that this sounds like Spyro to them.
Yeah, and it
but
is
the
the
other
first
songs
game.
aren't bad. They're just.
It is the first game, and this is another reason why I brought up the thing about going back to old concepts and just trying to improve upon them.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that Magic Crafters, the homeworld right there?
We are in Magic Crafters right now. Yes.
But doesn't this area look exactly like the homeworld?
Oh, yeah, no.
This part's confusing. It always confuses me.
This reminds me of Spyro 1.
It does.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I brought up the thing because... what happens with most sequels to a game... Well, what happens with most pilot games, for the sake of, the first game in a series that gets sequels. It gets all the basic concepts down, and then I find that in Crash's case and Spyro's, it's not so much that those basic concepts are expanded upon. It's more like they take what they made in the first game and just threw in a bunch of different new ways to do it. If that makes sense. Like, they feel like very different games.
Yeah.
Like, this one feels the most Spyro to me out of the 3. But the 2 additions to this particular... for the sake of fan argument, I'm gonna say the canon series. Fuck you, Elijah.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels like the most Spyro, and sequels feel very different. Like, and in Crash 1, again, a very basic premise. You went through an island, a few islands from level to level, the platforming challenges, the enemies. And it's not so much that those ideas were abandoned, they were just changed.
Yeah.
Kind of, not drastically, but it just felt really different to me is my point. I tend to rabble on when I try to get my point across.
Well, I mean, it's like for this game, a little less for Crash, since I think they kind of refined the gameplay for Crash. But this game particularly, the Spyro you're controlling, the ramming, the charging, this charging, the spitting fire, this is your Spyro you're going to be playing through every game.
Yeah.
This does not change.
No.
Because it's good. They got it down first try. And you're right, you're right, it's not even like... They just kind of like add objectives, I suppose.
And
it's
not that they ran out of ideas for levels. It's the ideas they came up with for later games, they just feel different to me somehow.
Well,
like in Spyro 2, you get like these missions and stuff.
Yeah.
In this game, you just go from level to level and collect stuff.
Yeah, and I know that's why it's interesting when you think about it. That's because you do 2 entirely different things when running through Spyro 1 and Spyro 2.
Yeah.
And
get out of my way.
What I was so interesting is that like 2 did away with like
free life,
the whole collecting and all that, but then 3 kind of brought everything back. You could find eggs in the eggs. You could find eggs in the wild. Or you could find eggs after doing missions. It was like the best of both worlds.
So what you think? You think Spyro 2 kind of didn't lean as much toward collecting?
Not well, because aside from the home worlds, you never explored looking for orbs. Every orb you got was from a task.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying that like when you entered a world, you didn't enter a level going, okay, I'm gonna explore it for the dragons,
yeah,
or explore for the orb.
Collect gems.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
Yeah, you pretty much go to a level going, okay, I wonder what this guy will have me do.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice. It streamlined it a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, you could, and honestly, it's your choice if you prefer this. I mean, I don't really have an opinion. I think they did well in 2 and 3 that it doesn't really matter to me.
No, they're great games, absolutely.
But yeah, no, but I do agree that this game is like, to me, this is like the easiest one just to like pick up, play a level, and just go, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
And just kind of like put it down again.
The Green Druids. And I think it's because 2 and 3 feel so similar to each other that this game kind of stands out.
Yeah, and that... I kind of... Yeah, that's true. This game... This is kind of like the black sheep.
Nah. And the black sheep appeared in one of the epilogues.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I freaking heard a black sheep. That was scary. Like,
the black
I've
sheep
read
gang.
that. Yeah, I've read that in the... Was that Spyro 2 or 3 epilogue?
I think it's 2.
I read that, and I thought Spyro was, like, gonna get beat up and then game over.
Well, that could have been what happened.
Wouldn't that be great if you just turn the page and it's like, oh, game over?
Well, would it be the fitting end? Honestly.
Oh, man.
Considering everything that happened.
I like these firework chests. The blue and yellow stuff, I always thought those were the gems.
Mm-hmm. I think there is one gem in there.
Yeah, like the actual exploding chests themselves.
Yeah.
I see like these blue and yellow things, and they look like the gems to me.
But no, yeah, they're fireworks. Which, yeah, they cut out a lot of these of those like fancy chests in later games.
I wouldn't say cut out. They were given different models.
Well, no, I mean like you don't have that. You don't have like the gym box where you spit it and then the gym pops up.
Well, you do kind. Oh, well, yeah. Those were dropped.
Yeah, and
but like the fireworks one that was replaced with the dynamite bottle in the second game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and these
like,
things
these pinwheel things,
never
and like
got
what
one.
you were saying, you get the nice.
What?
That was amazing.
Oh, it hit him! Oh, that was awesome.
MLG, bitch. That was fantastic. Why did it go all the way over here? Are they like somewhat homing?
Maybe. Oh wait, what were you saying about? The windmill. Were they indifferent?
No, the windmills and the ones where you spit, the gem comes
Yeah.
up and you have to catch it in order to
Yeah.
break the chest. Those were pretty much dropped.
Yeah, and you could argue, or not argue, but you could say that it was... I personally think they got rid of it because they were just kind of pointless.
I wouldn't say so. I thought they were different. The ones that they are kind of a chore to break, and I think that's why they were dropped. It just kind of breaks the pace a little bit, but alternatively, you could have had a few of them and then just supercharge through them.
Oh yeah.
Or like the super breath. This is great. I love this bit here. Like this is kind of difficult. Run away. I hate these bugs.
This part's pretty. This part, again, another good
I hate these bugs.
atmosphere building.
Yeah. And then you get past them.
The pretty
It's
fairy.
a fairy. Oh. Oh, snap.
So what kind of flame is this?
And then Priscilla was born.
Oh. I don't get it.
The half-breed.
I get it!
We were just talking about
I
this.
forgot Spyro was a dragon.
It's on the title.
Yes, but he's much less frightening and mean.
We should have been talking about Enter the Dragonfly and then say this dragon.
Yeah.
Talking about like glitches and whatnot, or even just the dragonflies you have to save. And then Spyro goes, "I hate those bugs." That's happened a couple times where you're like talking to a buddy or talking on the phone, and then the character like responds to what you say.
Oh yeah,
That's happened to me a few times. It's like unintentional fourth wall breaking.
Cedric.
Oh.
Did you see his little tutorial on how to do it?
Look at me, I'm flying. How old is Spyro supposed to be?
10.
Okay. You got any
In
source?
Dragon
You got
years.
any sources to cite that?
10 is a very common age for children's
Oh, so
games
you're just
protagonists.
making a guesstimate then.
Yeah.
I really should not have made that jump, but I did. Haha.
I don't know. Maybe he's like 4 months, but in dragon years. He never gets any bigger, but his voice gets deeper.
They do at the end of the instruction booklet.
Aw, yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
It is cool. Because it's so... It's like, would they know they were going to make a sequel?
Well, see, that's the thing, and I think that's another reason why sequels tend to feel a little different. It's like, unless they were made to be a trilogy, like, say, The Legend of Spyro,
Yeah.
that game was blatantly made to be a trilogy, so they had a plan. This game, they were trying something different. We're gonna make a dragon, breathe fire, ram enemies, collect gems, save dragons, collect-a-thon. It was different. It was something new that they brought to the video game world. And they were just gonna see how it did, and it became immensely popular. And then they were like, okay, we can work on a sequel. People liked this. Let's make another for them.
And they were shooting them out like once a year.
Yeah.
And now we have to wait like 3 years after the E3 trailer.
For another
like,
game to come out.
Yeah, for like freaking just the next game.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing about The Order, which just came out from like today, I think like last week.
Who's gonna bug the hell me?
I remember about The Order for like 3 years.
Gems.
It's just all like, well, I don't know.
It's like, okay. It's back here. Yes, it is.
Nice.
All right.
Where
I
is
thought
this?
so.
Oh, it's the beginning of the
Yes,
level.
the beginning of the level. Okay. I think that just leaves the boss and Blowhard. That's his name.
Blowhard.
Don't laugh. That's the joke that everybody makes.
Well,
It is funny.
I would make it if Blowhard wasn't like an actual term.
Well, it's not. It's a phrase. Blow
It's a term.
hard.
A blowhard.
Oh, that's true. The term blowhard.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I guess it means like a
I always heard in the context like,
streaky
kind of a
guy.
well, maybe like a boastful person.
Oh yeah.
Something like
in
that.
himself. Yeah.
That's what I remember hearing it. But yeah, Blowhard. Pretty crap boss, pretty bitchin' music. I
Yeah.
love this tune.
Fun level too.
The level's pretty nice, but it kind of takes away from the boss. Like, they
Yeah.
put a lot more effort into the level than the actual fight. I summon a rain cloud. Like, these guys are more dangerous than this, dude.
Probably the boringest design.
It is kind of boring. Like, he's the wind. Okay, how can you model the wind? So I guess they do a decent job of that, but it's like a wind with a beard floating.
He's got hands.
And a hat. Reminds me of like a Rayman character.
Oh yeah.
Nobody specific, but like just the
Just a regular
style,
character?
just the style of it.
I can see that. That's kind of fits in with its art.
Yeah. And
How long?
neither do I.
What a dick.
I love it.
It's like some old guy, like stuck in the street because he's too old to know what to do.
Yeah.
And just walks away.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, that was like the most obvious thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Well, at least there was a check. I totally forget that the dragons are supposed to be checkpoints.
Well, that's because you don't suck like I do.
But I mean, like, when from that perspective, maybe we should start paying attention to when they place dragons. Maybe they do place them in the most.
Yeah. Not always, but yeah. Some of them are like right next to each other, honestly.
That's true.
Wow. Wow. Now, I think this is weird. Are these guys made out of gems?
The bosses?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be.
Well, I find that odd because, like, yeah, they give you a bunch of gems when they die, but dropping them per hit, that just seems a little odd.
What's a spell? Maybe you're breaking the spell very slightly?
Maybe, yeah. That'd be kind of cool. I like that term, breaking the spell.
We're breaking the spell.
Is that an actual song, or did you just kind of break into a number?
It was breaking the habit, but with breaking the spell.
Oh. I thought that tune sounded familiar.
Break away. Break away from me.
That's the one reason why I can't listen to too many of their songs. Because some of them are just like...
Because they got emotions they must share.
I know. It's not my style of singing that I enjoy. Just the screaming. Like, and it's not uncalled for, but it's not my preference is what I'm saying.